Did you know that Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet are confirmed to be dating? Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens might also be dating, and Bud Light has now lost $5 billion in the wake of their partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Alright, so this thing between Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet is actually happening. A source has just confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that the two of them are dating. They said, quote, "They are keeping things casual at this point. It's not serious, but Kylie is enjoying hanging out with Timothee and seeing where it goes. It's been really fun for her because it feels a lot different than her past relationships. It's new and exciting for Kylie and she's having a lot of fun." Okay, so maybe the attraction here is that she wanted to try something different and date someone who she wouldn't normally go for. That sort of makes sense, but fans are still shocked that they would even consider dating each other. In fact, they've already been voted the most unexpected couple of 2023. It all started earlier this month when a celebrity gossip account posted anonymous tips saying that they had been an item since around January. When the rumors first came out, they pretty much broke the internet, but it turned out to be true. A few days ago, Kylie's car was spotted in the driveway of Timothee's home in Beverly Hills. The two of them later went for a secret taco date. At that time, they seemed to consistently be hanging out and getting to know each other. Then a source spoke to Us Weekly and revealed the reason that Kylie is so into him. Apparently, she thinks he's a total gentleman and treats her with respect. He's also just a very charming person, makes her laugh, and he's easy to talk to. There is still some confusion about how they met though, because most people wouldn't think that they would be moving in the same social circles. So here is the explanation. Timothee is also friends with Kendall Jenner, and she was his biggest connection to the Kardashians. So while he has never been a documented part of Kylie's friend group, his friendship with Kendall means the two of them have crossed paths multiple times. And at a certain point in time, they probably felt a spark and decided that they wanted to see where things go. So Kylie was introduced to him through her sister, and because the rest of the family was already familiar with him, it made it that much easier for her to integrate him into her life. The question is, if they have been seeing each other since January, then why haven't they addressed the romance publicly or stepped out together in an official capacity? Well, it seemed like Coachella could have been a great opportunity to do that, but we know that Kylie ended up going alone. A source close to the star explained her decision and said that she didn't want to make things public with Timothee just yet. They said that she really wanted to chill and have fun with her friends, so she probably wasn't ready to make this big announcement to the world, especially if things are still not that serious between them. So far, the response to the new couple has been absolutely insane. One person tweeted, "Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet dating feels the same as when two people from your high school that never interacted start dating like 6 years after graduation." Fans have also been comparing this couple to the long-running joke of Tom Holland and Nicki Minaj getting together, which feels like something that would happen in an alternate universe. Others pointed to the unbelievable relationship that's happening between Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny, and they were arguing in the comment section about which couple is more random. There are even rumors that Kris Jenner is trying to hide a massive scandal, so that's why she set up these two PR relationships. If that's true, she's doing a great job because this is all anyone's been talking about for a very long time. But the fact is that Kylie genuinely seems like she's ready to move on from everything that happened between her and Travis Scott. They first started dating in 2017 and they had 2 kids together, although they've since broken up and gotten back together at least a million times. Add that to the cheating rumors that came out in October last year, and it was pretty clear that Travis wasn't treating her right at all. 3 months ago, it was reported that they were on a break, and then there was a possibility of them getting back together, but thankfully that hasn't happened yet. No one knows how long her relationship with Timothee is going to last, but if he treats her better than Travis, I think that's the main thing. Okay, now why are fans saying that Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens are dating? Fans started speculating that something was going on between them when they noticed that Zac was officially following Vanessa on Instagram, which was a full 10 years after they broke up. She hasn't followed him back yet, but people are already jumping to conclusions about what this could mean. This is seriously all it took for fans to push the idea of them getting back together. Zac and Vanessa rose to fame after playing on-screen love interests Troy and Gabriella in High School Musical. The hugely popular franchise gave them each a massive fan base, which only got bigger when they took their romance into the real world and started dating in 2007. Apparently, they had instant chemistry as soon as they got on set together. For the 3 years that they were in a relationship, Zac and Vanessa really seemed to be a teenage dream. Even to this day, there are still fans who hope that they find each other again. At the time, they blamed their breakup on long distance and said that their careers took them in separate places. But in 2015, Vanessa finally opened up about all the struggles they were going through. She admitted that she sometimes struggled with jealousy because Zac attracted a lot of attention from female fans. She said, "I went went through a phase when I was really mean because I was so fed up. Girls were running after him and I was giving them death stares. Then I realized that's not what that's about. But she admitted that she was grateful for the relationship, especially because it occurred during such a crazy time in her life. Vanessa explained that it kept her stabilized and grounded because she had someone to lean on who was also going through the same thing as well. Sadly, the two of them eventually lost contact after they broke up, and they did not speak to each other for almost a decade. Over the years, there were moments when they would mention each other in interviews or reference their days on High School Musical, and it always seemed like they were hinting at the possibility of a reunion. Like in early 2020, when Vanessa revealed that she still had the tea necklace that Troy gave Gabriella in the first movie. Then in the summer of 2022, over 15 years after they first met, Vanessa returned to the place where they fell in love. She posted a video of herself on the set of High School Musical, while the song Breaking Free was playing in the background. A few weeks later, Zac did the exact same thing and posted a photo of himself standing in front of the school. In the caption, he wrote, "Don't you forget about me." And of course, that was enough to send fans over the edge. And now that they're both in their mid-30s and had a few more relationships under their belt, things would be very different if they actually got back together. After getting out of a 9-year relationship with Austin Butler, Vanessa is currently engaged to baseball player Cole Tucker, and the two of them seem happier than ever. She said she knew he was the one very soon after meeting him. As for Zac, he is either single right now or keeping his new relationship on the down low. His last girlfriend that we know of was Vanessa Valadares, but that was said to have fizzled out at some point in 2021. So right now the speculation that Zac and Vanessa are dating is nothing more than wishful thinking. Okay, big news with the Bud Light scandal. In the wake of their controversial partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, Anheuser-Busch has now seen its value plummet by about $5 billion. According to the New York Post, the company has fallen 5.02% since the 31st of March and lost billions in market cap. This staggering loss is a result of a 2-week boycott of Bud Light after they partnered with a popular trans influencer for their March Madness campaign. The company sent Dylan several cans of Bud Light with her face printed on them, and then she posted a promotional video thanking the company. Just hours after posting the videos on TikTok, the right-wing backlash exploded. The comment section of her post was flooded with thousands of anti-trans comments, with customers claiming that they would never drink Bud Light again. At first, Anheuser-Busch stood by their decision and said that they were trying to authentically connect with audiences across various demographics. But then last Friday, the CEO posted an apology statement to Twitter, which read, "We never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer." Brendan Whitworth mentioned things like his military service and his love of hardworking Americans, but he never actually mentioned the boycott or explained why he was writing the letter. While this was happening, the executive who came up with the partnership doubled down on her decision to work with Dylan. Alyssa Heinerscheid, Budweiser's vice president of marketing, went on a podcast and explained that they were trying to attract more women and younger drinkers. She said, "It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. Bud Light has been kind of a brand of fratty, out-of-touch humor, and it was really important that we had another approach." What she's talking about is Bud Light's deep association with blue-collar conservative America, which is the reason why they have been so hesitant to make their marketing more inclusive. It's also what's kept them from rebranding their company and publicly supporting the LGBTQ community, which is a huge market. It's estimated to be around 9% of the world's population and around 18% of Gen Z. They represent around $3.9 trillion a year annually in global purchasing power, and as more of them start to reach drinking age, this translates to a whole lot of cash for alcohol brands. In the past, Bud Light has tried to appeal to the queer community by releasing things like rainbow-inspired bottles to celebrate World Pride. This wasn't exactly a unique idea because a ton of other brands were already doing the same thing, but for whatever reason, customers have now decided that what they did with Dylan Mulvaney was a step too far. They obviously expected to get a few complaints here and there, but there was no way that they could have foreseen how big this boycott was going to get. The public pressure that they're getting right now is absolutely absurd, so it's no wonder they're already trying to backpedal. Even Donald Trump Jr. called for the end of the boycott and said that he doesn't support destroying an iconic American company for something like this. He said, "The company itself doesn't participate in the same leftist nonsense as other big conglomerates." But while everyone is stepping in and trying to put out this fire, Dylan is completely unbothered and living her best life. She really doesn't seem to be too affected by all the outrage and the controversy that's been going on. In fact, she believes that it all comes down to the fact that people don't understand her as a person, and they're only operating based on assumptions. She went on a podcast with Rosie O'Donnell and said, "The reason I think I'm an easy target is because I'm still new to this. I think going after a trans woman who has been doing this for 20 years is a lot more difficult. She went on to say, these people, they don't understand me, and anything that I do or say then somehow gets taken out of context and is used against me. And it's so sad because everything I try to put out there is positive. It's trying to connect with others that maybe don't understand me. It's to make people laugh or make a kid feel seen. Dylan has proven time and time again that she's always aiming for more representation. Unfortunately, she's had to deal with a ton of anti-trans hate recently, and a lot of it came from her partnership with Nike. In the UK, some women have said that they're boycotting the sports brand after Dylan posted a paid partnership wearing Nike leggings and a sports bra doing star jumps. Soon after, former British Olympic swimmer Sharon Davies called out the campaign for what she thought was a parody of womanhood. She also said that it was hypocritical of Nike, considering their almost non-existent financial contribution to women's sports. And of course, one of Dylan's biggest critics turned out once again to be Caitlyn Jenner. She slammed the Nike partnership and said that it was a shame to see such an iconic American company go so woke. She tweeted, "We can be inclusive, but not at the expense of the mass majority of people, and have some decency while being inclusive. This is an outrage." Her tweets are kinda confusing given that she was the face of H&M Sport in 2016. But hey, it's very doubtful that Dylan is going to pay her any more attention this time around. So what do you guys think about this latest story? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.